so I'm done with work. I almost broke some glass. It's fine. I didn't. Nobody's dead. It felt so good to like have all day to do stuff. I worked pretty much all day on everything that I needed to do, and I'm almost caught up. I should be caught up by the end of the week, and I'm thrilled. So tonight, I need to edit because I have a video that needs to go live tomorrow afternoon, and I don't have one right now. I also need video ideas. I'm still debating whether or not I want to take some time off, but if I can time block my weeks better, where I can like film on Tuesdays, edit on Thursdays, for like the following week, right? Or even like just at the beginning of the year, just film on Saturdays still, film a couple of videos on Saturdays, until I'm like a month ahead, and then just start doing Tuesday filming, Thursday editing, just to kind of give myself some time, you know, to allow myself to have my weekends to myself. Because what is really, unfortunate, what's really unfortunate about my current schedule is the fact that I work Monday through Friday. I work 8 hours a day, sometimes longer. And then on Saturdays, I have to run my errands. I have to clean. Speaking of which, I do have to run errands tonight. Shoot, I need to order Target stuff. I forgot to actually order it today. It's all in my cart. I just forgot to actually like order it. Anyway, and so I have to on Saturdays run my errands. If I have time, go to a workout, and recently been taking Apollo to puppy training, fit in filming somewhere, as well as clean my apartment, which will eventually be this upper level that I'll have to clean. And all of those things are equally important. You know what I mean? Like, cleaning is really important to me. It relieves stress for me. It's really relaxing. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy cleaning. At some points my mental health gets to a point where I can't do it anymore, and that's fine. That's pretty normal, I think for almost anybody. But and then I stress clean. Basically, I have a panic attack because it's so bad, and then I obsessively clean until it's spotless. And so that's kind of where I'm at. Like, so everything's equally important. Working out is equally important, and making sure my puppy is trained is equally important. And that's the thing, is I want my weekends to be back to just me doing the things that I want to do. So, I mean, like, even running errands. I want to maybe run errands after work one day. Instead of keeping it till Saturday, why am I not ordering all the stuff that I need from Target and doing a pickup right after work, maybe on Fridays? You know what I mean? Instead of Saturdays, why not Fridays? Because Friday I'll still know. I mean, by yesterday, I knew what I needed to order. Granted, I'm running out of things because I didn't necessarily, I kept my ordering very sparse this last week. So there are a couple things that I'm running out of. But like by Friday, I should know what I need, because what's one extra day, right? So that's kind of where I'm at with that right now, is like, I want to start keeping my weekends to myself. So I'm trying to think of things I can do right after work that would allow me to have weekends to just kind of be lazy and not worry about it. So like Mondays, I'm thinking would be my cleaning days. So I would clean up after work on Monday, like do my nice deeper cleaning stuff, you know, the taking out the garbage and cleaning really well, all that stuff. Do that Mondays after work. And then Tuesdays after work, I can film. So, because Tuesdays tend to be, because I shower very specifically certain days of the week. I don't shower every day. I have found that my skin and my hair and the issues I have with my skin, so like my rosacea, the eczema on my scalp, those are things that don't do well if I shower every day, because I tend to get very dry skin, and if you shower every day, your skin tends to get really, really dry. So I tend to shower, it's essentially every other day. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays are usually my shower days, just in general. So I do, it's not every other day, because if it was, then it would be different every week, because it would be, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday one week, and then it would be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday another week, right? or something like that. Anyway, you get my point. So essentially I go from Sunday to Tuesday. I go from I don't shower Sunday or Monday, essentially. So I go 2 days without showering. Anyway, that's what works best for me. And it has kept my hair extremely healthy. It has reduced my inflammation of my rosacea. This time of year especially because it's so dry. And it has kept my scalp from itching too bad. And having flaky scalp skin come out of my hair, which is not dandruff, I learned. Don't call it dandruff. It's not called dandruff. Dandruff is a completely different condition. Kind of like when people think I have acne when I don't have acne. Like, well, rosacea is the same thing. It's still pimples on your face. It's actually a completely different condition. Thank you. Because they're not acne pimples. They are very specific. I call them rosacea bumps because that's what they are. They're bumps. They're just bumps on my skin. But I don't say pimples. I don't say acne. Anyway, not the point. So that's why I'm saying Tuesday would be a good filming day because I could shower in the morning right after work, throw some makeup on, and film a video. And then Wednesdays after work could be my veg out day where I just get to relax and not do anything because I have therapy later that day. So I have therapy at 6:30 on Wednesdays, which is today. And then Thursdays, I can go downstairs and edit the video that I filmed on Tuesday because I don't like editing immediately after I film. I don't like editing something immediately after I do it. So like, that's why, and I always tell people that too. Don't do it. Go back to it with a fresh eye. That's why like I'm taking a break from the book that I just finished. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm not going to go back and read anything. I'm not going to do anything with it until I feel like it's fresh enough for me that like it's far enough away that it'll be fresh when I reread it. So a couple months probably. Same thing with videos. I don't like to edit the same day that I film. Obviously that is not the case with my vlogs during Vlogmas, but I mean, even my vlogs I do on Saturdays, I film those I edit those on Sundays. So that's usually what I will do is I'll film on Saturdays, edit on Sundays. So Wednesdays can be my veg out day. Thursdays I can edit. Friday I can run some errands. Wednesdays can also be errands if I need them. Like if I need a midweek grocery run because I'm stupid and forgot something, which is always possible, always happens. Like today. I didn't think that I'd run out of certain things by now, but I did. So, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm thinking that's how I want to go about doing things. And then that way I can wake up Saturday morning, have a nice lazy day, have a nice lazy breakfast with my family, maybe clean up a little bit here and there if Apollo has made a mess or whatever. And then I can spend the rest of the day doing whatever it is I want to do, whether that be doing something creative and enjoying it. Not feeling like I have to, because that's the problem with my YouTube videos. Even though I know I don't have to make a YouTube video, I have set this standard for myself that I want to do every single Thursday at 2 p.m. every single week. And so it, to me, does feel like work, where like if I'm going to sit down and write, or I'm going to sit down and draw, or sit down and paint, there is no expectation there. So I feel like it's a lot easier for me to actually like do the thing, right? So then Saturdays can just be a day where I can just relax, or if I don't want to do something creative, I can take Apollo out and we can work on training stuff outside, because that's the thing, is most of our training we've done inside, and we can't do agility training out inside. So I can start doing agility trainings, and I might even film some of that stuff, right? Because I do want to do a video on Apollo's agility journey and his CGC journey and his, therapy training and things like that journey. Because those are all really cool things that are really important to do. Like CGC, I think every dog should go through CGC. Honestly, it's canine good citizenship. I think every dog should go through CGC. I don't look down on anybody who doesn't take their dog through CGC, but I do have a problem with anybody, and this includes my friends, so I apologize if this offends you or upsets you. I do have a problem when people don't train their dogs, when people don't take their dogs to dog training. That is a problem. Now, obviously, there are extenuating circumstances. Can't afford it. 100% understand. But if you don't have time, my biggest complaint is like when people are like, oh, I don't have time. Like, then make time. It is a freaking dog in your house. It's a freaking dog in your life. Or when, and this is why I hate little dogs. It's not really I hate little dogs. I hate little dog people. And this does not qualify for any of my friends because my friends do not do this crap. But it's little dog people where they're like, it's a little dog. Like, you don't have to train little dogs. Yes, you do. You have to train little dogs. You have to train little dogs more than you train big dogs. Because big dogs are like more, it's more socially acceptable, it seems, for little dogs to misbehave. And I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. As a big dog person, because I'm a big dog person, I don't want ever to get a little dog. The only little dog I would ever consider getting is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. That's it. That's the only little dog I'd ever consider getting. Maybe a Shiba Inu, but again, probably not. And again, those aren't really little dogs. I don't like little dogs. I like other people's little dogs perfectly fine. It's kind of like how I feel about kids. I love kids. Don't get me wrong. I just don't want one. Like, you have your little dog. That's great. I will pet it. I will enjoy it. Same thing with a child. Bring your child over. I will pet it. I will enjoy it. I don't think children like to be pet, but I don't know. But yeah, anyway. Or I can keep my Saturdays to that, and then my Sundays could genuinely just be, I remember when I was in high school, and I would sit down and I'd watch 2 movies every single Sunday. I'd watch 2 movies. If that meant I went out to the movies and watched a movie back at home, cool. If that meant that I watched 2 movies I've never seen before, cool. If that meant that I sat down and watched 2 movies that I love and have loved all my life, cool. If it was 1 movie I have never seen and 1 movie I love, cool. I miss that. I miss that tremendously. So I would love for that to be my Sundays again and just enjoy it. Like, I want time off. So I think that's what I want to do. So I just need video ideas because I'm out of video ideas. So I asked on Twitter today, go ahead and go to my Twitter or comment down below here, or go to a video that you like a type of video that you like on my channel and say, hey, this is a cool video. Maybe try this kind of video that relates to that video. I just need to sit down and actually plan that. And I'm going to do that this weekend because I am very out of ideas. There is, on Saturday, I will be filming. I'm going to make it happen. But there are 2 videos I'm going to film on Saturday. And I know there's a Power Rangers video because I've not done a Power Rangers video in a while. And I know that people are itching for that because the majority of people watching my videos right now on my channel are Power Rangers community people. So I get that. But also, then I also have to do my end of year video, which I think brings me to the end of the year. I think then I don't have to worry about another video until January. But I still might actually take a couple weeks off in January. I might just let my channel go dark for a couple of weeks. Or if anything, just do 2 live streams while I kind of get ready to, figure out video ideas and plan them out and do the thing. Anyway, so that's that whole spiel. My mother is calling me. I'll be back. My mother is getting herself lost. Anyway, where was I at? I don't even remember. Oh, that's right. I was about to tell you guys. So starting last night at some point, my ear started feeling really weird. This one over here started feeling really weird. And I have really small ear canals. This is a constant problem. It started when I was in college, where I used to have a lot of ear infections. And I think it may have, I think naturally I just have very small ear canals. So I actually went to a doctor finally when I was in college. I went to a doctor because I thought I had an ear infection, and I used to have them a lot. And he's like, no, I don't see an infection in there, but I do see some buildup. I do see like some, not buildup, but like inflammation in there, but you have really small ear canals. And so sometimes it can feel like you have an ear infection, even though it's not an ear infection. So just take 3 ibuprofen for a couple of days, a couple times a day for a couple of days, and it should clear up. And if it doesn't, then there's a problem. So I started feeling that feeling last night in this ear. So I'm on ear infection watch at the moment. And I don't know. Like, we'll see. Like, it feels like it needs to be popped. And it has been slowly kind of popping. So I've taken 2 doses of ibuprofen today. And I take 3 whenever this happens to try and get the inflammation to come down. And then it feels better for a little while, but there's actual physical pain too. So like I put in an earbud today and it was like I felt a little stinging. So if it doesn't clear up in a couple days, I'm going to go to the doctor and see if I have an ear infection. But I think this didn't start until after I flew with 2 ear infections. Both of my ears were infected and both sinus cavities or whatever were infected. It was ridiculous. I don't know. I think I told that story. Yeah, on my main channel, I told that story. I'll link it up here. But on my main channel, I told that story where I got sick in Mexico, and I wasn't actually I didn't get sick in Mexico. I was already sick, but it didn't set in until I was in Mexico, and I had my heart broken that week too. So it was a mess. That trip was one of the coolest trips I've ever been on, but at the same time, with what I was going through, was also one of the worst experiences of my life. Like, I got to climb Chichen Itza, which I guess you can't even do anymore because people die doing it. But I got to climb Chichen Itza. I got to do all kinds of really cool things. I went cliff diving for the first time. Like, it was the coolest trip in the entire world. But at the same time, like, I was miserable the entire time. I was heartbroken towards the end. I was bedridden towards the end because I was so sick. And when I got back, turns out that I had these infections, and I had them for at least a week at that point. But I flew with them as well, which created drainage, which also created vocal nodes on my vocal cords, which I didn't know existed. And therefore, I basically ruined my voice. My voice is basically an octave lower than it was when I was in high school. And you'll notice that if I talk a lot, I'll start getting really raspy. And that's because my voice just doesn't hold up anymore. I don't sing anymore. Like, I sing in my car, I sing for fun, but I used to sing a lot. I used to actually have a pretty decent voice. I used to do musical theater, but I don't, ever since that happened, I stopped singing seriously. I'd like to maybe get back into vocal lessons. I could do that on Saturdays if I, had time. So, but yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. Those are my thoughts on this Wednesday afternoon. I need to go edit and do the thing. I'm hoping it's not a very long video, so it just is quick and easy to edit. And then I will get it rendered and I'll upload it, and then it'll go live tomorrow. This is a very close call. I don't think in a long time have I been this close to a video going live and having to put it up. I actually prefer when I have like 5 videos ready to go, and normally I do. And my plan was to never get this low. I got so far ahead before I brought Apollo home because I knew I wanted to take basically a maternity leave from YouTube. One, because I was going to have a puppy in the house and I was not going to announce him for a while. I didn't announce him for basically a month and a half. And so I wanted to try really hard to not film during that time, because when I filmed while I had Nova before telling the public that I had Nova, you could actually see her in a few of those videos where I hadn't announced her. You can see her in the reflection of the pictures on my wall. And I realized that was a problem, and I had to edit out so many meows and many times where she got in the frame and all that stuff. I had to edit that all out. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that with the puppy. So I'm gonna like basically take a leave of absence from YouTube, but I had to build it up. So I built up 2 months and I think maybe almost 3 months ahead. I was almost 3 months ahead. I had videos all the way through September or to September at the time. I think it was to September. And so I took the rest of May and all of June off. And then I started making videos again in July. But I was like really far ahead. The only thing I didn't have was the Apollo videos up and stuff. So, but also I want to take the time off because I just wanted to, I knew I was going to be sleep deprived. And I knew that I was going to be stressed out. And so I want to take some time off and not have to worry about it. But I did. I got like 3 months ahead or something like that. Something ridiculous. And then my plan was to just stay at least 1 month ahead. So it must have been 2 months. It must have been like 2 full months because I wanted to try and stay a month ahead. And that was the plan. But what ended up happening was I just never got back in the habit of filming regularly. Since Apollo came home, I never really got back into the habit of filming regularly again. It just, for some reason, that time off that I took really just broke my habit or broke my desire to film regularly. But I want to get back into that, and I don't want to stop doing YouTube. Like, I'm not wanting to do that. I enjoy doing it. I don't know. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I need to be done because I need to go edit. And can you wait? Okay. All right, little dude, come on. Gotta take you potty. I know. Did Cosmo leave you little bites of his food? So our massive snowstorm, it's been really warm the last couple of days. Come on, little dude. So this is what's left of our snow at the moment. Like, you can't even really see the path anymore because that's how little snow there is left. It's actually been ridiculously foggy, and it's still actually ridiculously foggy because of how warm it was today. And go poop. And so because the ground is frozen and the air temperature was in the 50s, or made it to the 50s today, it just was ridiculously foggy. And it's actually, if you still look back here at the back of the property, it's still really foggy. So it's real foggy. Oh, look, he's pooping. Good boy. But yeah, so it's been really, really foggy. Hi, Nova. Hi, Nova. What you doing, baby girl? But yeah, so it's foggy. But we'll see. Here he comes. There he is. Come on in. All right, you want to do Advent? Leave the cat alone. Here, Apollo, do you want to do Advent? Come on, let's go do Advent then, bud. You leave toys alone. All right, let's do Advent. All right, let's get number 15 out. Because today is the 15th. All right, here's Apollo's Advent. You want your Advent? I don't even know what it's supposed to be. All right, can you go to bed? Good job. Mama's going to edit, so you got to be in bed for that. Okay, baby? I like to have him in bed when I edit because I still feel like I need to watch him because he's still very destructive. Let me see if I can actually take my camera out without breaking anything. Ooh, one-handed. Okay. So I guess I didn't have to take, well, I did have to take my whole camera off the thing because I didn't need to bring my whole camera over here. I need to get the memory card out, and that's at the bottom of the camera. Anyway, this is what my setup normally looks like. If you've never seen it, this light is, I like this light a lot, but it falls out of the thing. This is what my setup normally looks like. This is what I'm looking at when I make a video, if you've not seen my setup before. Oh, the memory card's not even in here. Memory card's already in here. Oh. I do not remember doing that. Okay. Did I already edit the video and not realize no, I don't remember editing that video. Anyway, so I like to have him in his crate while I'm editing because he's still so destructive that I have a new message. Oh, I still have to tell people. Anyway, I need to fix that. I asked for an artist a few weeks ago, and people have gone crazy. I got so many responses from that. I did choose an artist, and I feel bad because now it's like, oh my God, did I really do it in that many parts by accident? Oh, my camera is kind of annoying at times. How long is this video, Raw? Almost an hour, Raw. Now the question is, do I split it up in two? Because that was the other piece. I was like, I could split it up in two. I just don't have to deal with having to split it up in two. I think I'm going to try and keep it one. It's just going to be a nice long video. Anyway, but he's still so destructive that I feel like I have to be constantly still watching him, that I can't just like let him be. So I definitely still try to watch him. So when I'm editing, I really have to be focused on what I'm doing, on what I'm editing. So I try really hard to keep him in his crate for that, and he's very good about being in his crate. He has lots of toys and chews, and he has water. He's got lots of stuff in his crate that keeps him occupied. Obviously he would rather be running around, but when I'm editing, it just doesn't make sense anymore. It just doesn't make sense to keep him out, essentially, when I'm editing, because I have to watch him, but I also have to edit. And usually I have sound canceling headphones on too. I'm not going to today, and I haven't pretty much all of Vlogmas, because ever since I helped my dad record that commercial upstairs, I have yet to bring down my microphone. I have yet to bring down my headphones. So there's that. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna edit, and then we'll catch back up in a little bit. Okay, so somehow I edited that down from almost an hour to like 15 minutes. But it's a cooking video, so there was a lot that I could edit out. There was a lot that I could edit out, which is fine. So TikTok cooking, it's 2. Oh, and we're not saving that to intro. Why do you keep wanting to save to intro? You're weird. So very weird. Right, there we go. Render. All right, that is rendering. So that's wild. Like, that only took me about an hour to edit, which is fantastic. Like I said, I was able to cut a lot out, which was amazing, because I was not looking forward to having to put up an hour-long video tomorrow. Now I'm gonna sit down and finish the voice, since I'm done with editing. I'm so excited. I'm gonna sit down and watch The Voice. The rest of it, I have not watched it yet, so I'm gonna sit down and watch that. And I'm gonna enjoy. Oh, I never turned my TV on this morning. Or did I turn it off? I don't know. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my evening. So dinner is soon, and then I have therapy. So I think I'll catch up with you guys after therapy is over. I have to go get the puppy because he's getting crazy. So therapy's all done. I had dinner, therapy's done. I gotta feed the animals still and finish The Voice. I'm almost done, but I couldn't quite finish it before therapy, so I stopped it right before they were gonna announce the winner. So there's like 7.5 minutes left. Anyway, so therapy's over. This is my last therapy session for the year because my therapist will be out of the office for the next weeks. So I'm done with therapy for the whole plan year. So I get to start paying full price again next meeting, next appointment. Unless it keeps charging me nothing, because my therapist, my insurance right now is having telehealth covered at 100%. And she and I can only do telehealth anymore because she actually moved to Wisconsin. And I mean, like, not like Hudson. Like, if she just moved to Hudson, it'd be easy for me to just drive the 45 minutes. I could get pita pit for dinner once a week. That would be the dream. Should I find a new therapist in Hudson? But she moved to the other side of the state. So she's on the eastern side of the state, not the western side of the state. So anyway, so we can only do telehealth because that is one hell of a commute. 4 hours is a hell of a commute. So yeah, no. So that may remain the same at least into the next plan year, but anyway, I am looking forward to a couple weeks off from therapy, kind of revitalize myself. We talked about my YouTube trouble in my therapy appointment this week, and she thinks it's a good idea to just start live streaming for the month of January, just to take some time until I can get video ideas in and until I can kind of set my new schedule. And she agrees that it's important for me to have my weekends to myself. So that's what I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna work on having right after work, starting at 4 p.m. to probably 6 p.m. So for 2 hours every day. Monday's cleaning, Tuesday's filming, Wednesday is relaxing, Thursday is editing, and Friday is going grocery shopping. So we both think that that is the right move for me. And so that's, I think, what I'm going to work towards for sure, is getting that done and really just starting to focus on that. And then Saturdays and Sundays can be whatever I want them to be then. Because by the time Saturday and Sunday rolls around, I've already done everything. I've cleaned, or I'm going to clean again on Monday, so I don't need to worry about cleaning, right? I've cleaned, I've gone grocery shopping, I have done all of the things I need to do, so I'm not going to worry about it. And then Saturdays, like I said, I can take Apollo out for a couple hours and do agility. During the summertime, I can... What? You hungry? You want food? Say woof. Say woof. That's a whisper? There you go. Oh my goodness, you got a little too excited about that bark. You know, I can take Apollo out for a couple hours and do agility training or do other forms of training. You know, I can go do a really fun workout for a couple of hours if I wanted. I can get back into martial arts and do that on Saturdays. Like, there's so many things that I can do if I just open up my Saturdays, and I won't feel so stressed out. Anyway, I'm really feeling good about that decision. I'm really feeling good about live streaming on Saturdays for a little while, and for just like maybe a couple weeks, even up to the full month of January. Just that I can do on Saturday. That's not a big deal. But then really start working on getting video ideas and setting up that blocking schedule of me doing those things during the week throughout the course of January. So like slowly start to incorporate those things. You know, one week I do my Monday thing, start the Monday stuff, and then the next week I'll start filming on Tuesday, and then the next week I'll start editing on Thursday, and the next week I'll start doing grocery shopping on Friday. And by the time I'm done with January, I've already got it all set up, and I've already done certain things for up to those 4 weeks, one of those things for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, one of those things for 1 week. You know what I mean? So I think it's really going to work out. I think that's what I really, really want to do. And I'm feeling really good about the decision. I don't know. I always feel good about it. I always either feel really, really good after therapy or really, really bad after therapy. But either way, no matter how I'm feeling after therapy, it's always a good session. I really like my therapist. We were just talking about that actually at the end of our session was, you know, it was really kind of cool how I found her. Because I literally just went to Psychology Today, and I specifically looked for somebody who specialized in eating disorders. So I was like, I always tried to treat my depression, which hopefully would treat my eating disorders. Turns out my eating disorders were, you know, based on PTSD, based on childhood trauma. And so it really worked out to find a trauma therapist. Who would have thunk? I certainly would never have guessed that. Never would have guessed that in a million years. That that's what I was going to need. You know what I mean? So, I know, it's good. So I'm going to finish the voice. I'm going to take care of everybody. And then there is, if there's time, if I'm feeling up to it, there is a Christmas movie that Bethany Joy Lenz is in. She was Haley in Once Upon a Time. No, One Tree Hill. Was she in Once Upon a Time? I do remember Paul Johansson being in Once Upon a Time once. I think he played a villain, didn't he? Because I remember going, oh, that's just Paul Johansson being Dan Scott all over again. And my dad was like, what? And I was like, he played the main villain in one of my favorite shows. And he's like, got it. Anyway, so I'm going to watch that, the rest of the voice. I'm going to hopefully maybe watch a Christmas movie with Bethany Joy Lenz in it. And just enjoy the rest of my evening. I will catch you guys later. If you guys want to watch me feed Cosmo, you guys can do that for the next 20 seconds. Hey, let's get you food, Duke Butt. We do 1.5. And then we grab this? Is that what you want? Okay. All right, there we go.